I've not done a tier list video in over a month, and today we're going to be ranking all of the weapons in Call of Duty World at War Zombies from worst to best in tier list format, of course. Now, you're like, you're not a Call of Duty Zombie YouTuber, you don't upload Call of Duty Zombies. You're right, I don't. I used to do some Call of Duty Zombie content like years ago on this channel. Yes, I actually did do a little bit of Call of Duty Zombie content. And I did the zombie map rating like a year, less than a year ago. And you're like, wait, if you don't upload zombies, why are you doing a Call of Duty Zombies World at War tier list? That's a good question. Well, reason being, I want to do it. Not a lot of people have actually done it. That's the reason why I want to do it. Plus, I was a massive Call of Duty Zombies fan. I played a lot of World at War back in the day. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. Especially Black Ops 3. In fact, especially all the games, you know what? Some of those games, sure, I might have not played them as less during the prime. Like, I played World at War a lot during its prime in zombie mode. Black Ops 1, told the story about 1,000 times, but Black Ops 1 disc broke. In fact, I didn't really play Black Ops 1 up until like a week or two before Black Ops 2 came out. Even though Black Ops 1's my favourite. See? Not biasness. See, you don't have to play a game a lot during its prime for you to say it's the best. I'm just going to straight up say that to everyone. Black Ops 2, yeah, played Black Ops 2 a lot, even though I didn't really get the DLCs in Black Ops 2 Zombies until like 2 years down the line. Yeah, Switch show in Black Ops 3, I played a lot during its prime. So my opinion on these games are really, really good. And I still go back to these games like a few times every year. Like, I'll probably go back. Saying that, making this list will probably make me want to go back to Call of Duty Zombies. It probably will. But let's get straight into this. Obviously, this is my opinion. I'm not Crops. I'm not the World at War champion, world record master, whatever you want to call him, that has world records in every single map. Obviously, his tier list is going to be a lot better than mine if he ever creates one. Or if he might even have one, to be honest. I don't actually know. I don't follow him, but I'm just saying that. So let's start. So the Browning. So the Browning is the first gun. The Browning is decent, but it's a good gun. Pretty much like round 10, 15-ish packet punch. I don't think the damage in the Browning increases when it's packet punch. It's either that or the MG42. I'm not looking at stats, by the way, in this video, because I think it's more interesting. The Browning it's a good gun, but the problem is the load time is absolutely god-awful. You can't train with it. So it's alright to camp with, and it's alright if you want to farm points in the early rounds. If you just want to farm to do something for the higher rounds, yes, it's really, really good. So I'm going to give the Browning, this might be a wee bit low for some people's standards, but I'm going to give it a C. I think the MG42 is just a much superior gun than the Browning. Reason I put the Browning so low is because Call of Duty World at War, I know people used to camp and I know people used to not like train back in the day, but nowadays the Browning is not very impressive. I'd actually say the Browning actually kind of has a little bit of a weak, the damage is a bit weak. That's just my opinion. But ammo's good though. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, so the next gun we're ranking is the Kar 98K and the Alaska, because the Alaska for some reason is not on the tier list. I don't know why I didn't create it. For the Kar 98K, this is Crazy Rabbit's favourite gun, by the way. He absolutely loves this gun. So the Kar 98K is like a one-shot in round 1. It's like a 2-shot in round 2, and it's so on until like round 10 until this zombie health like starts double and treble. So one-shot up to round 6. Headshot. Pack-a-punch, it's a one-shot up to round 12, and I believe it's a one-shot's like every 2 rounds. It's a bit of a meme of a gun. It's absolutely terrible. It's got like a medium sprinting, so you're not going to run out of breath instantly. And you're not going to move super slow. You're going to move like medium speed. So it's not terrible when it comes to like movement, but it is terrible against dogs. This gun is a bit of a meme. But I think the point is the Kar 98K is like a gun you'd use if you're doing a challenge. And not a challenge that sucks. A challenge which you just want to, I don't know, have fun. Just do a stupid challenge, just to be a maniac. Or do the meal kit glitch even. Buy the Kar 98K if you want. You want to do the freaking meal kit glitch. So yeah, I'm going to put the Kar 98K in a D, not an F. Not an F. Now, I know people are going to completely disagree with that, but the Kar 98K is a meme. Come on. Let's not put it in F. Alright, the PPSH. Oh, God, the PPSH. PPSH. Great point gun. No, this is not the PP. Why am I saying the PPSH? Am I on crack? That is the double barrel shotgun. That is the double barrel shotgun. Now, the double barrel shotgun is the best damage in So I think it was actually the best damaging weapon in the game that's not a wonder weapon. I could be wrong about that. The PTRS might be better for headshots. But the double barrel shotgun is a wall weapon. It's really good. Really good in early rounds. Good gun. Obviously, you can only shoot 2 shots before you have to reload. Same when it's packed. But it's just much better than the trench gun. It's a lot faster than the trench gun. You can shoot it a lot faster. It's a dog killing machine. Now, sure, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. I'll put it an A. That might be a little bit strong, I know. And people do use the double barrel shotgun to sort of train. It's not really the best point gun, obviously. It's not like the Thompson and the Reese if you're doing the electric track strat where you're training around a bit there and that, you know what I mean, that big massive circle thing. It's not the best, but it's not the worst, but it's a great dog killing machine. And that's what makes it really, really strong, I think. And the damage is decent. Obviously, it's not the best, so you're not going to use it in insta-kill rounds, but you know what I mean. So, the FG42 is a low weapon, but it has one massive problem. You absolutely burn through ammo, and the recoil is pretty bad. Pack-a-punch, the recoil does get sorted out a wee bit. Pack-a-punch recoil is a little bit better, but it still goes all over the place. So I'm going to put it... I'm going to put the FG42... I'm going to put it... Because it's a war weapon. Only because it's a war weapon, I'm going to put it higher than the Browning. Only because it's a war weapon. That's the only reason I'm going to put it higher than the Browning. Because it's a war weapon. That's the only reason. So next we've got the Cure. The Cure. So this is obviously the second starter gun you can pretty much get in every single map. It's, apart from Brunt, obviously, she spawned on the American side instead of the German side, but the Cure is it's okay. It's a gun you just like up to round 5. The damage is okay. Pack-a-punch, I think it turns into full auto. No, it doesn't. But the damage increases a bit. It's pretty much just up to round 10. It's like, okay, it's fine. I don't think it's anything really, really special. And who uses a gear? Come on, man. Who uses a gear? So I'm going to put it at D. I'll put it above the gunning, you know, so. Trench gun. Trench gun. Trench gun, trench gun, trench gun. So trench gun is a war weapon, sure, but it's really, really slow. You need double tap if you want to take full use of this gun. You also need speed cola if you want to take full use of the gun. It's pretty much like the double barrel, but it does a lot less damage, and it's pretty much like that stupid gun. It's like the trench gun is the exact same as the stakeout. People hate the stakeout, but not as much people hate the trench gun as much as the stakeout. I guess it's because Black Ops 1's got like 4 different types of shotguns, not 2 types of shotguns. I guess that's the only reason why people put the trench gun in, like the trench gun more, because there's only 2 shotguns actually in the game. So the trench gun, it's good at killing dogs. It's not very good at going for high rounds. I guess if you're playing Shima Numa and you don't want to use Thompson or you don't want to use BSH or something like that. Yeah. Trench gun's good. So I'm going to put the trench gun in C. I don't think it's impressive. I don't think it's very good. Once again, I told you this is my opinion. The Colt M1911, I'm going to be straight up honestly. The Colt M1911 World at War absolutely sucks. It gets points in the early rounds and that's it. Pack-a-punch in it, you don't want to use the Colt. You do not want to use the C3000. The splash damage is so high. Explosive weapons, the splash damage is stupidly high. And then when it's like 40 shots, and unlike Mustang Salaries, it's actually kind of flat to Mustang Salaries. And it probably does the same damage as Mustang Salaries, but the ammo is so low. And the Mustang, and that's what has light. I think the blast radius is actually a bit less. Like, you can't just train up a whole horde and just start like shooting like 3 or 4 shots and kill the whole horde, unlike the Mustang Sally. So, and because it's only pack-a-punch one, I've got to give it F. I've got to give it F. I've got to give it F. Sorry. Next, we got the M1A1. The M1A1, it's the exact same as the Gear, pretty much has the exact same stats. It does get full water when it's packed, sure, cool. Instead of semis, so because of that, I'll put it a little bit high. Now, for some reason, whoever made this tier list decided to put the M1 Grand for the grenade launcher on, which is kind of strange. M1 Grand with a grenade launcher, I know that's very, very, very odd, if you ask me. M1 Grand with a grenade launcher, I'm pretty sure it like makes crawlers in like round 4 or something like that, I'm not even joking. And it only has 4 shots, so I'm like, not the totem, sure it has like 20 shots and 30. Who's going to use this? Seriously? You know, I'd rather use M9 to to be completely honest. Who uses the grenade launcher? Seriously. Who uses the grenade launcher? Cool, you can make crawlers. That's all we can do. M1 Grand does have an amazing ding sound. But it's pretty much the same as these other two games. You know what? I'm gonna put it ahead just because it has that cool sound. The M1 Grand has that iconic sound. That's why. Flamethrower. So flamethrower, if you're gonna play high runs pretty much on at least on Knocked and Rupt. Now I know technically we can use this gun on the Reese for the high run strategy and shooting the window, it's not as effective as either the using the traps on the Reese or using the Wonder Waffle and shooting on the roof. And I think it's a very, very, very good gun. So I'm gonna give it S here because it's pretty much the only weapon you can use for high rounds. I know, and it has infinite ammo as well. I know it sucks in early rounds. In early rounds, I could put it lower because of early rounds, but it's because that's infinite damage. It never runs it, and it does run on fuel, sure, but whatever. Okay, next we're looking at the MG42. So the MG42 is pretty much the same as a Browning, but I feel like it's got a faster reload time, it's got a faster fire rate. It's got overall a higher DPS, though when you pack a bunch of the damage, it stays the same. So, however, I'm going to put it in B. I'm going to put it in B. The movability is not the best. It is a little bit better than the Browning. You can move like a tiny bit more than Browning, but it's not an impressive gun to use. So, yeah. Next is the MP4. The MP40 is such an overrated gun. The MP40, I feel like it should swap to like round 10. Sure, you might have to use up to round 20, but the ammo is not the best. When it's the afterburner on Derice, like who's gonna use the MP? Who uses the MP40 in Derice? I'm gonna be straight honest and no one probably. Sure, you probably use it Erupt if you're setting up and you start the jug start, use it a little bit there. The damage in World at War. In fact, the damage of the MP40 has always been pretty bad, but I would feel like the MP40 got a little bit better. Black Ops when it does a wee bit more damage, and Black Ops 2 feels like it does a wee bit even more damage in Black Ops 3. It kind of feels like it kind of sucks in Black Ops 3. It's probably got the same stats as Black Ops 2 and 3, but it's due to the fact that zombies run faster in Black Ops 3, so it feels something. But Modern War, the MP40 it's alright. It's an alright gun, so I'll put it at the top. Nah. Yeah, I put it at the top C because people do use this gun, but not as much. PPSH, great gun, great damage. People use it for high rounds, for dog rounds. You want to slice your dog, so you want to do insta-kill rounds. The game is absolutely amazing. Then obviously you can't buy off the wall, but that's like 700 rounds, especially if you pack a bunch. It's got a lot of ammo. It's amazing. Obviously, if you use double tap with it, it's a bit overkill. With how quickly you run out of bullets. If you use double cat with it, it's a bit overkill, but it's a good gun. I think we'll put it S. I think it belongs to S. This is a Springfield. Okay, 2 shots on round 1, and from 1 shot to the round on the head on round. Yeah. Do I even need to answer like a 1 shot? I think so. 1 shot on the head to either round 2 or either round 3. Yeah, it's very good. Next is the Magnum. Magnum is a lightweight gun, but you're not going to use it for high rounds. I mean, it's good against dogs, though it's kind of hard to use, to be honest. The Magnum. Good with mobility. You can run super fast, cool. You can move super fast. It's like a 1 shot to like round 20 if you pack a bunch of cool, or like round 10 if you don't pack a bunch. Unless you get headshots, obviously you can run 1 shot for like a few extra rounds, but it's nothing super impressive. So, but it's decent at the same time. So let's see. I would rather use this over all these guns. To be honest, I'm gonna put I'll put it in B. I can see you switching between B and C in this, but I prefer the Magnum over the trench gun. I think the Browning as well. Now, that might be a wee bit too high. I could see more C being acceptable for the gun, but at the same time, there'll probably be some people who put it in A. The bar, God, the bar. The bar absolutely sucks. Now, the thing about the bar is, when you get it in the box, you're like, really? Well, let's be honest. You can get it wrapped, and it's in that stupid room, you know, that side little room, on the COD WAW side, or the American side, as some people call it. And it costs 25,000, you get a bipod. And the bar is pretty much useful up to like round 5. Pack a bunch, sure, it comes with a Widowmaker, and it's like a wee bit more, it's like useful maybe up to round 10. Packed under your east, but come on, who's going to use the bar, man? It has no ammo. The fire rate's freaking god awful. The damage, the ones after round 5 is pretty much useless. Fine. To be honest, I'd rather use these guns over the bar. I'd rather use these guns over the bar. I know these guns suck, but the difference is these guns cost like 600. It's like 600 points to buy this. It costs 2,500 points to buy this. Do you see the difference? You see the problem with this gun? See, these are not bad because they're super cheap, and this is cost super expensive, and it's pretty much the exact same stats. The PTRS has a god awful movement speed. But pretty much it's the highest damage sniper on the game. In fact, it's actually the only second sniper on the game, apart from the Scarlet Ak Scope. It's a good damage. It's a good camping gun. It's decent. Good headshots. And headshots are quite a long time. I think it's going to be a headshot to pack much until they're firing. I could be wrong with that. Or high 20. But you're not really going to use it to train. So I'm going to give it. I'm gonna give it here. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it near the top of B. It's a good ray gun. Ray gun is good. World at War ray gun, sure, it's not the best. The problem with World at War ray gun is the splash damage is just too high. Like, you can be at the other side of the room and the ray gun splash damage will actually affect the player. I don't know what it was when they were testing World at War explosives, but for some reason World at War the explosive damage is like so far, so big. I wonder if that perk in multiplayer, like what's called Sonic Boom, is like automatically enabled in zombies, because I feel like when you play World at War zombies, like the ray gun, especially the explosive weapons, you get in what's called EMP, they're flashed or stunned. But like, these weapons are quite a bit of range, especially the bazooka. And I think due to that, no PhD, I'm gonna put it A. I'll put it at the top of A because it's a ray gun. It's not S. I don't think the World at War ray gun is an S tier. Okay, next we got the sawed off. So the sawed off is pretty much the exact same as the non-sawed off, but it has less range, and it's not on any map you can back a punch. So due to that, just put it at B instead of A. That's not the only reason I'm going to put it in B, because why would you use this gun? You know what I mean? Pointless. Next is the Scarlet Ak Scope. So the Scarlet Ak Scope, for some reason, I like the Scarlet 8, it does like more damage. It can one shot to around 10, and like I think it's like 15 or something. 15 between 20 in the head. Okay, it's a little bit better than the Scarlet 8. But it's not by a lot. So I'm just gonna put it like maybe the top of D. I'll put the top of D because of that. Next we got the SCG. The SCG looks so weird in World at War. I don't know if the SCG in World at War is actually the real life look of it, or if the real life look at it is like the other Call of Duty games, because it's like so small in the player's hand. It's like, yeah, it's so weird. The SCG in World at War is not very good. The SCG I felt like got a bit better in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 3 Zombies. The SCG felt like it was quite decent in that game. World at War, the damage was kind of poo-poo. It's better than the MP40, I would say, but not by a lot. And I'd probably put the SCG as one of the stronger war weapons, so I'm going to put it around about here. The SCG. Now the Thompson is the best weapon to train with. It's a very, very good weapon to train with, a very good weapon to get points. Damage is very good. Wall by location is obviously really, really easy, pretty much on all the maps. Damage is cool, wall by is cool. That's a cool gun. That is a cool gun. So I'm going to put it It doesn't make shocks. I'm going to put it in A. I'm going to put it in A. But it's super easy. The Type 100 is actually the SMG that actually does the most amount of damage. The problem with the Type 100 is, and the race, it's like the most stupid buy location ever. Who's going to buy it on the race? And the other maps is really good, but it's bigger opportunities to race when you pack it. But the problem is, it's in such a weird location. Like, why would you go there? Why would you buy the? It put such a dangerous location. So due to that, I'm gonna have to put it down a wee bit in the list. I'll put it here. I'll put it here. The only reason that is, it's because I would put it in A, but it's because the wall location is really bad, and the recent come on who's going to be training this. The Type 100 is really, really unappreciated, and it's a very underrated gun. Next, we got the Panzerschreck. Why can't we have the other one? The Panzerfaust. Why do we have the Panzer? Why can't we have the Panzerschreck? What was it, the Panzerfaust? I don't know. Whatever one that actually looks like an RPG. Why is that not in the game? The Panzerfaust, yeah, I'll put it here. That's like 4 shots, 3 or 4 shots on not, and that's like 20 shots in the race. I've never understood that with World of War Zombies. Explosive weapons for some reason get like trouble the amount of ammo count on the race. But they don't. Does anybody actually know why that's in the game? Next is the Wonder Waffle. Wonder Waffle, Wonder Waffle. So the Wonder Waffle. No, okay. Now, I could technically on Reese, I would probably have to put it down to A tier because the steals you're chucking off. But if you're playing co-op, I guess it's not as bad. As long as you're not playing solo. You're playing solo, well, good luck. But you're playing co-op, it's not too bad. Just don't play on solo with the Wonder Waffle. Just don't play in solo with the Wonder Waffle. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. Just don't use the Wonder Waffle on solo. I'm on the Reese, you're dead, pretty much. But on Human, yeah, it's amazing. And I'd probably say it's the best gun in the game. If I didn't have that weird glitch to do Reese. And then we can always split the whack as one day Reese. Obviously, you can't get to it as. Yeah, they're in probably a wee bit easier on the Reese's than on the work because you get what if you pretty much the same, but aye. So that's the tier list. Let me know what yours is, but before we do that, I want to look at something. So how do we change format? I want to see if there's a community ranking on this. Yeah, there's only 2 people ranking. As we see, yeah, we can tell that these people are just camping. This person does not go for high rounds. This person, yeah, that seems a better one, but the person doesn't seem to just camp certain weapons. So I've probably got the best one out of the community so far. I'm sure some big YouTuber that knows a lot more about World of War Zombies than me could easily make a better tier list than me. But I think I've got one of the stronger ones. So that's gonna be my tier list. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Bye. Let me know yours in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe.